Post-game show live on the Firebird Broadcasting Network alongside Justin Corrigan. I'm Peter Frerian. As the speakers are blaring, he's feeling hot, hot, hot. Head coach J.W. Kieckhefer with the blizzard happening outside. Coach, nice win, solid win. Talk us through the resiliency, and I know you may say, well, why are we using that word with a non-conference game? There's more than once where halfway through you're trailing, and you weren't getting 2 in a row. You weren't getting 3 in a row. Called a timeout, something was said, and again, especially in that first and third set, the script was flipped.
Yeah, man, I can't imagine how entertaining these broadcasts are, Peter, if your segues are that good. That was fantastic. So congratulations to you. What a professional you are up there. Yeah, I mean, I just think set 1 and set 3, the entire first half of those sets, I'm honestly just waiting to call a timeout. I thought the energy on both sides of the net, particularly on our side of the net, was pretty low on the defensive end. We did not play our usual level of defense as a block or a backcourt. And we were, set 3 was just an error fest to start that one. That was just gross volleyball from set 3. I think we were down like 15-13, and I thought 10 of their points were our errors. It would be tough to look at that set and see where it went. And so literally I'm just spending the entire half of the first set and the third set just waiting to call a timeout for kind of like we get down a couple and then it's a side out fest, and we'll wait for them to score a point in their serve before we call a timeout. But I'm just kind of sitting here waiting for one of them because we need to go have some conversations with the group. And credit to them. They, we want to win. We want to compete. I think sometimes we lose that mental edge every once in a while and that competitive nature, when it's just kind of medium ball going back and forth. And so finding that adrenaline shot, finding that next level, that Carthage volleyball is important. The offense was really good again today. Ryan Moore has been dishing the rock really well in practice. So is Joe Kolwitz. I think both of our setters are pretty elite. And what Ryan Moore is doing with the ball right now is pretty sweet. Yep. We were electric on the left pin today. Owen Hendrickson, that one set he had, I think hit 667 or something stupid. Owen Otto was stupid all night in the left pin. And credit to Jack McDonald, the old man stepping in there, plays libero for the last 2 years for us, and Zach Nolan's done a great job of elevating his play this year and kind of took over that position. And seniors win, and Jack McDonald has been such an elite leader for us over the last 2 years. And it's so hard. It's so hard to get taken out of the starting lineup and go put your ego away and try to find a role to win for this team. I couldn't be more proud of who Jack McDonald is as a senior captain and a leader for us. Puts his ego away, goes to serve sub and score a lot of points for us off the bench, and then gets his number called to go play the left pin for the first time since he's a freshman. Goes to the left pin and goes off offensively and gets some great blocks as well as some picks. And the offense didn't have to change because we put, a libero in back there to go play left side hitter. And Jack's not a libero. He's just an athlete. Yeah. Really proud of him and seniors win. Like I said, proud.
Yeah.
Yeah, McDonald, 8 kills tonight. Now, Coach, coming into this, Benedictine was averaging almost 3 blocks a set. You guys tonight hit 386 and held them to 3 blocks total for the match. What about your offense kind of limited their blocking tonight and was able to hit so well against a good blocking team?
They're a big team, big and physical, and I think particularly on the pins they're big and physical, and that's hard to get around when you're out there. And so part of the scout was to try to win in the center of the floor. With Ryan Cholowinski and Hudson Schweitzer attacking the middle of the floor, and then the Bick over top. You saw that, especially in the second set to Jack McDonald. I think in the first set it was a lot to Owen Otto. And so the center of the floor was a big emphasis for us tonight with how tall they were on the pins, on the right pin and the left pin. Like I said, I think Ryan Moore distributed the ball well. Our lefts were hot tonight. It was crazy how well we were scoring on the left pin, and we just kind of kept riding them and making the offense easy. So our offense is tough to block when we're doing it well. All of our guys can go line and angle, and it just makes the life difficult for those blockers to understand where it's going to go. And when it moves fast, like it does left pin, Bick, middle front, it's kind of scrambling people's brains. So, the offense is pretty elite. There's a reason why we won 2 national championships with it. But it's the people that are elite inside of it, being able to hit line, angle, swipe, all that kind of stuff. It was pretty fun to watch Ruben Emmerich go in right front and Ben Heiss set for a couple of rotations there.
At the end,
we were playing hard volleyball, and it was pretty sweet. So, go set the ball high and take some swings and play Carthage volleyball.
Now flipping over to the defensive side, Owen Otto 8 digs, Devin O'Callahan 7 digs off the bench with a couple of beautiful saves that potentially affected the momentum of each set.
Yep.
And then Zach Nolan, as always, a general on the back line. What did that do tonight to kind of change the tempo when Benedictine was getting out early.
Yeah, I think Devin O'Callahan was the X factor of the match tonight. He went on that set 2. He went on that massive run to basically win it for us and seal it, get up by 7 or 8 points. 7 digs Dev had? You said he had 7?
7.
My goodness, in maybe 2 rotations of volleyball tops.
Yeah.
He played a half rotation in each set, and he gets 7 digs.
Yep.
That kid is, taking nothing away from Zach Nolan, how good he is at defense. Devin O'Callahan, and Austin Mallory too. Our 3 liberos are absolute studs in left back defensively. But that kid can play some defense. I think he showed that today. Some elite reads. He just showed up in front of the 10-foot line, I think, one time in set 2 to dig a ball on a gap. So kid's the real deal. Our liberos are the real deal, all 3 of them. There's a reason why Jack Manel's back on the left, not because he's not good, but how elite those 3 liberos are.
Yeah. And
then it gets Jack into a spot where he's more comfortable, too, of taking some swings on the left.
What growth have you seen this season? We spoke earlier in the year, and it's been a progression now. You're like, okay, we're going to after the first game, we're going to figure out the offense. We're going to figure out the pick. We're going to figure out the middle block. We're starting to see it from our vantage point come together. Where has that growth really, matriculated for you?
In all phases coming together, I think this group, you see it today with the guys off the bench, how hard they play. I think the guys on the bench, we call it the bench mob, I think they almost expel as much energy as the guys on the court, especially mentally trying to get these guys fired up. And what's cool about it is they're giving feedback to their position group. Like the middles, Xavion Willet's giving information to the 2 middles and giving information to Ryan Moore on where to set. Ethan Sprague's on the bench hurt, and he's writing down rotational data on the other team's middle blocker and how we can attack that better. It's from 1 to 21 how much energy these guys give, and that's what brings this team together and allows us to get good in all phases of the game, is how much they care about each other. And when they're on the bench, they're not sulking. They're trying to give energy, and they're trying to give information to the guys on the court to go win points that the guys can't see because they're in it. And so it's just a really cool group. We're in that space where we can do a lot of things well right now. We just haven't put it all together in one match. I think we had, I don't know how many errors it was today, but boy, it was too many, way too many. And so that was the negative today. That's a really good Benedictine volleyball team we just beat, but way too many errors in our side of the net. We could have gotten out there a little faster, and so we got to clean that up. Just playing more consistent volleyball and clean volleyball. When we play clean, we're tough to beat. So I don't think we've played anywhere near our level of ability yet this season, but you see some 400s and 380s and defensive nights that are elite. And so I'm proud of this team and how we've been able to find elite volleyball in different phases, and we keep working to go bring it together. And hey, we got until April, man. We got until late April to go put it together. So we're that slow march, and you guys have been watching all season. I think you've seen the improvements.
Indeed. MSOE Thursday, Illinois Wesleyan a week from tomorrow, so a little bit of a gap before that MSOE game. What are you trying to look to do for that final non-con game before Illinois Wesleyan?
Yeah, we need to take some days off. Excited to take Saturday and Sunday off. I guess almost originally I wanted to play this game on Saturday, but it's good to take 2 days off. We kind of need it. We're sick. You saw on Hendricks had to go to the bench there. So we need to just take some days and recover and get healthy. And it's like when you get 3 days to prepare, you can actually get better. It's tough to do that in a Monday, Tuesday, play Wednesday, but we can actually train now Monday and play some aggressive sixes in our gym to get better, and then kind of start tapering towards that match on Thursday. So I'm excited. We can really train hard on Monday with 2 days off and get back to the gym and kind of beat them up a little bit, give ourselves some time to get ready for Thursday. And it's nice that it's MSOE, so it's an away match, but it's 40 minutes away, so a really easy bus trip too. So we're excited to train some more, to get some more out of this offense, to be a little more patient as blockers and jump late and take some more space. And we're going to go throw our hands in good spaces in the backcourt to dig some balls. But really proud. We got to go train the serve, too. Our serve is dead medium right now. So we got to find a way to score some points with that ball. Credit to Joe Golitz today. That late run from the service line won the match in set 3. So it's cool. It wasn't just the guys that quote-unquote start. And I thought today you saw a plethora of dudes who aren't starters be the reason we won matches today. Now, obviously, you got to have those starters be consistent enough to get you there. But those guys off the bench gave us that spark and gave us that win. So proud of the depth on the bench to go win matches.
Well, Coach, congrats on the win against the Eagles. Enjoy your Valentine's Day. I'm sure you have big plans after this, and hopefully the snow doesn't affect you, because clearly it's been, blizzarding outside.
Yeah, love you, Lee. Go Birds.
Okay. Thanks, Coach. Again, Justin, I don't want to necessarily say convincing win for the Eagles, but they did what needed to get done, or the Firebirds against the Eagles in this circumstance, and I really appreciate what Coach Kieckhefer said, being that it wasn't just the stars, it wasn't just the starters. Bench players were the reason we won, and that just gives that vote of confidence to your entire bench. You could be the reason we win a set.
Exactly, and I think the depth of this roster was the thing that won the match tonight. I mean, you saw it, Kolwitz coming in, serving. You saw Devin O'Callahan, who, as we were mentioning how great of a match he had 3 digs coming into tonight. 7 tonight.
Yeah.
So, huge game for Devin O'Callahan.
You
And
heard Coach, did you just say 7? Yes, we did.
exactly. So, he was a couple of really good performances off the bench. And again, even especially if this team was truly sick and battling this flu bug that's going around Kenosha, this team really showed their grit and their resilience for such a young squad against a very good Benedictine team. And to keep them hitting only 125 on the night while the Firebirds hit a fired up 386 was just a truly impressive performance for the Firebirds.
4-2, the block differential, 10 more digs, and about 11 more assists. So we want to thank you for being with us. Tomorrow, there will be basketball, and there will be executive producer Mike Love, producer John Voinovich, as well as the crew of Matt, Allison, Jeremy, Zoe, and Addison. Again, the student-produced broadcast, some of the best in the CCIW. This program is in a presentation of Firebird Broadcast Productions and Carthage College, copyright 2025. Once again, for Justin Corrigan, I'm Peter Ferreri. A 3-set sweep in the Battle of the Birds. Carthage over Benedictine. Have a good Valentine's Day, everybody.